Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Mind Over Money, a show where we talk about ways on how meditation, yoga, and behavioral science can help you become an efficient trader, investor, and a better human being. Now, my name is Shatajan, and today we have with us a very special guest, Tapan Singhel, who is MD, CEO of Bajaj, Allianz General Insurance. Now, Tapan has a rich experience in the insurance industry of more than 30 years. He has been with Bajaj Allianz General Insurance for over 20 years and is the company's MD and CEO for about 10 years now. Now, customer obsession and passion to do good for people are what drives Tapan and his success in the industry. Now, without further delay, let me quickly invite the man himself. Welcome to the show, Tapan.
Thank you, Shri. It's my honor to be here with you.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. Now, let me just quickly come to the first question. Now, with more than 2 decades or 3 decades of experience, under your belt, and majority of it was spent in the leadership position. So, how does a leader stay calm when there is so much happening around?
Okay, so if you look at any storm, Shri, the center of the storm will always calm. No, the leader should be the center, of the storm, because then he can see very, very clearly, what is happening and what he should do. So if he gets embroiled in the storm itself, then the leader will not be able to pull the company situation or out of the storm or crisis. So you have always to be in a place where you can see things very clearly. So it's like that. Let's say if you have to pull somebody out of the floods or out of a hurricane, and you also become part of it, then you can't. So you have to just be a bit out of it. So over time, like it is not that it comes naturally. Over time, you handle so many crises that you learn that when you become part of the crisis, it's difficult for you to be able to solve it. So you have to understand how to be calm and how to try and just be a bit away, so you see very clearly, and then take action and stop, and stepwise, solve it out. I think that is what it is. So there's no option for the leader. He or she has to be in that place of where his mind is very calm to see how he or she can pull this through.
Absolutely. And any techniques that you use, any meditation or, yoga that really helps you or aids you in maintaining that calm process, whichever situation that you're in?
So there are two things to it. First and foremost is from every incident. It's not that from day zero we would be like that. You'd make mistakes. You'd be drawn to storm, or you'd be drawn to controversy. Or somebody says something, you would get irritated. So it's perfectly fine. It's human. But then after it is over, step back, look at it, and think what could you have done differently. So every day before I go to sleep, I do this. In the day, the things which if I feel did not work out the way I thought it would, I step back and think what could I have done differently. So I don't say it's wrong or right. I just think. So over time, the mind gets trained to see how to do things differently from what you have done. That is one training that you would do to your mind. The second is that meditation does help. It's a very strong, like a lot of us go to gym. When you go to gym, let's say in about 5 months, 6 months time, we get muscles and all. Then we show people that I've got muscles and start wearing tight t-shirts and start showing muscles. But when you do the gym for your mind, those muscles are that what only you can feel. You can't like wear tight t-shirt and say, no, I build up my mental
health, mental muscle.
Mental muscle, yeah. Right. So meditation is like going to the gym for your mind, like you go to the gym for your body.
Yes.
It's a combination of two. You have to try and see how do you keep on building your mental strength. And third is that even if you fail, in spite of the best of thought intentions, nothing to feel bad about it. It is just again you step back and look at it, and then again be prepared, because storms keeps on coming. It is not that it happens only once. And the more senior you become, the more storms you see at a higher frequency. So I think it's always a good learning, and that's how you keep on building it up with it.
Right. In fact, rightly put there. And you also stressed on happiness at work, in life, and wherever you go. So why is happy or being happy so important, especially at this point in time? We've seen one bit of crisis around COVID, and things keep on happening on the jobs front as well. So happiness at work, I really like that concept. Yes.
So it actually is, Kshitij, because if you look at it, from the time you turn over 23, 24, you start working. and you work up to 60, 65, which means that your entire youth, the best years of your life, you spend working. I tell my people, let's say you are working and you only come to work because salary that gets paid, and you require that money to bring up a family, to have some buy a car or a house. And so for that you are putting yourself to misery every day, going to work so that you can just get some money so you can live a life, and then one day it gets over. You are 60 or 65 and then you retire, and then you look back, then you've not lived a life at all. So I tell people that you should be very cautious on this, that do you really enjoy your work? Are you happy at work? If you're not, you'll not have a very good life. That's an unfortunate part of it, So it is not something that you should think that I can be happy anywhere else, because I think 2/3 of your waking time you are spending at work, and 2/3 of your life and your full youth you're spending at work, If that is not where you can feel happy, then you better think about it, because then you're going to have a very, very sad life. Right? That is why I insist that figure out why are you not happy, or what can be done to make you happy, or is the profession wrong, or is the workplace wrong, and what is that can we collectively improve so that you feel happy coming to work. That's the philosophy behind this.
No, definitely. In fact, we urge more and more leaders to come forward and imbibe this concept of happiness at work. And also, connecting with this question, do you also do any workshops at work for employees so that they can stay mentally fit?
Okay, 2-3 things that I personally do and I encourage people to do is that, let's say when I walk down, normally I love, when I get some time, I walk down my office or whichever office I go to and walk down. And if I don't find somebody, smiling or looking happy, I stop and have a conversation. See, you would figure out, if people are not happy, and then you have a conversation, and then I think over time, as stress develops, they open up to you. Then you figure out, okay, how can we, be of assistance, or how can be of help to people, and how can we, see that they, overcome the crisis they're in, or what is it. So that is the first thing that we should always do. So it's a regular thing, not like you do a workshop once a year and your duty is over. No, it's something that you have to live by, and it's every day, every moment thing. And as more and more leaders do that, I think then the culture of the company becomes in a way that people are taking care of each other. And they stop by, what's the harm? You stop by, ask somebody, kya ho gaya bhai? Aaj muskurane all well.
Right.
There's no harm. You just stop by and ask. So first and foremost, this is what we insist upon. Second, obviously, we have a strong HR team. We do workshops, we do conversations, we have discussion forums. So those are the normal things that any good organization would be doing. But this is what I thought, since you're speaking to me, as a culture can build it, that while we walk, while we go down, why should we at that point in time carry our stresses around? At least speak to some people, stop by, smile at people, ask them some questions. They itself build in a huge culture in which you'll figure out very early if things are going wrong with anybody or with the organization or with the culture of your company.
Right. In fact, these small touch points are the signs of being a great leader and a big leader. So yeah, hats off to you. Well, on that note, thank you so much, Mr. Singhel, for your time today. Well, that's all for now, but do stay log on to etmarkets.com for more on news, business, and economy.
Thank you, Sidharth. Pleasure.